Movie Club. Moving over to SourceFed. Alright. Edward Scissorhands. 1990. Wow. Great, great movie. It's been years since I've seen it. I mean, it's one of those movies where if you watch it too much, it takes that spark away from it. You know, it's one of those movies where you've got to go a few years in between watching it, because then you just relive. You can relive it every time you watch it that way, and that's what I do. It's just awesome movie, awesome acting by Johnny Depp, and just the story is just so vividly imaginative. It's just, I don't know, it's supposed to be some form of a biography-ish type of deal for Tim Burton when he lived in Burbank or something like that. I don't know, according to Wikipedia, but, you know, I don't know. I just find it fascinating that the world, I mean, it still seems to react that way when it comes to new and different, unique things. You know, it's like a fad at first, everybody loves it, but the second it makes one mistake, it's like, oh, dude, banish you to hell, you bastard! And, you know, that's basically the way Edward was treated in this movie. I don't know. And society today still does that. So, I don't know, I just felt some, like, even though this movie was from the 1990, you know, from 1990, it's just still astonishing that the world today is still like that, you know? We never learn. Things haven't changed yet. It's a pity, but, you know, it's just all around great movie. I remember watching it as a kid, you know, about 5, 6 years old, you know, and with my mother, of course, because my dad wouldn't have let me watch that. He would have been like, "Ah, that's too weird." But yeah, it was a great movie. Why do I keep saying great freaking movie? Damn it! Lots of editing in this. Well, no, not a lot, just a few bits. But yeah, I remember watching it as a kid and just being just completely amazed by what I was seeing. It was just so, it was unlike anything I could have even imagined at, you know, at such a young age. And, you know, usually you find kids that have such a wider imagination than adults. You know, as you age and you see the world, it kind of corrupts your imagination and just packs it down, you know. And but for Tim Burton to just bring this to life like this in just such a way that will blow a kid's mind, it's just the relationship between Edward and the mother character, Diana Weist, however you pronounce it, is, I don't know, it was touching. Like, you know, she just openly accept him for who he was, and I don't know. Everybody wishes for somebody like that in their life, you know, to have just that one person that accepts them no matter what, and, you know, and at first it's, you know, the mother role, but then things kind of change and she's kind of goes along with the crowd, but kind of doesn't at the same time. And then it shifts over to Winona Ryder's character is all of a sudden the person that sees him for who he is rather than what he's made, you know, what his hands are. And she ends up being the person that loves him unconditionally and, you know, sees him for more than just what his extremities have, you know. And I think that's a bit interesting, you know. She ends up being the the mother, I guess, at the end of the story. I mean, although she doesn't really love him like a mother. That would be kind of incestuous. Never mind. Oh, gosh. I ramble in retarded ways. But, yeah, no, it just... all around great film. I highly recommend it to any of you. If you haven't seen this movie, you're either 12 or you've been living under a rock. You know, because it's just, it's an iconic movie. You know, but then again, I was born in the 80s, so and, the decorations inside the house, the interior of the house, it just felt like, it felt like I was like 2 years old all over again. It was just so late 70s, early 80s-ish. Yeah, but I bet a lot of people will have some flashbacks looking at some of that furniture inside of the house. Inside the houses, man, 'cause that's just wicked. Well, yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this movie. Yeah. So there you go, SourceFed Movie Club. Or whatever it's called, the new movie review thing, whatever that shit. Alright.